Hey guys, welcome to this week's Meet the Collection. This is a snake that hasn't been on the channel yet. I don't know why. I just haven't put her on here yet. She's one of my favorite Borneo females. She's really awesome. And probably the most satisfying thing about this animal to me personally is Ryan Rumbley really wanted her and I got her. And so this video is dedicated to him because he is a person that I have a tremendous amount of respect for, but he's also a horse's ass. So this one's going out to you, Rumbley. I know you watch these videos on mute, so you won't hear this, but check out this Borneo female coming right up.
This is my number one.
All right, so as promised, we're here with this beautiful Borneo short-tail python female. Of course, she went the other way just to thwart my video and not show off her absolutely gorgeous orange head, which you might see coming up my shoulder now. She was produced by Matt Minatola, Philly Herp. One of my favorite animals. She's got a killer stripe. She's from, I believe, his Philly Herp stripe line, but she's a possible het ocelot. Now, ocelot doesn't work necessarily in a simple recessive sense. So like, for instance, Rob and I did a pair of ocelots together, and we got 3 ocelots out of that clutch, 2 really funky looking babies, and then 3 really wild stripe looking babies. I think that was the whole clutch, if I remember right. 5, 8, 9. There was 8 babies, I think. And he got the really cool, what he calls the cyclone there, which you should look up on Rob's Instagram page. I'm sure you could find it if you scroll back. Really wild looking Borneo. Anyhow, so this female, paired to another snake that comes from ocelot lineage, could produce ocelots. I think she probably has a pretty good chance of producing just based on what I've seen in other stuff from that line. She's really awesome looking. She's right about ready to breed. She's a little bit of a smaller adult female, but all the ocelot stuff that I've seen is not really enormous. So I think she'd be ready right now. I do have a male that I'm trying to pair her with at some point when I breed them. He also has a screaming orange head. His orange head's even nicer than hers, actually. His is like crazy orange. And he's also from possible het ocelot stock, and he's also a super stripe. So he's a lot going on. I'll get him on the channel at some point, I'm sure. He's not quite as patient as she is. He's not a bad snake at all, but she'll actually chill with me. She's really great. She's probably the sweetest snake that I have from Matt. She's just absolutely fantastic. On rare occasions, she'll get annoyed and she'll get like swimmy and be done with me. But usually I can calm her right back down and she's right back to where she is now. She just likes to be held a certain way sometimes, and sometimes you have to kind of figure out how she's feeling on a given day. But she doesn't have a mean bone in her body. She's never tried to bite me. She's just super awesome. I'm trying to get that head in there. She just shed a couple of days ago. She's in her adult enclosure now, as you would expect at this size. So she will be in that enclosure, or that size enclosure, probably for the rest of her life, unless she were to go through some crazy growth spurt and turn into some like old school Tim Mead looking Borneo. But I don't feed very heavy, so I don't see that happening. You can see that head coming in and out of the screen. I haven't named her yet. I don't know if you can see, but that movement is actually her just flexing her muscles, holding on. I gotta watch out the way she got my finger there. I'll end up losing it. But she likes to be supported more than a lot of my other Borneos or other short tails in general. Obviously, with the relationship that I have with her, I can let her down and maneuver her. But overall, she likes to feel like, you know, her body's held and she's not going to fall. So I really enjoy working with these guys. They're a lot of fun. What are you looking at? She has, I guess you could say, kind of an aggressive looking face. But she's not at all. I'm trying to get where you can actually see her eye if she'll sit still for you for a minute. She's got, you can always see her pupils really, really well because of her face and eye color. So it's really, really awesome to see. I have some crazy pictures of her when she was a baby where her eyes look intense. And she looks, if you see some of those pictures as a baby, she looks like she's super evil. But obviously she's not at all, and she never has been. She's been great from the time I've had her. Like I said, she'll let you know if she's feeling uncomfortable, and then as long as you adjust and make her feel comfortable again, she's fine. I would imagine if you did not do that, that there might be an issue, but obviously I know my animals well enough to make those corrections and not, not push her to that point where she has to resort to something other than just letting me know she's annoyed. You know, I don't make her go to the point where I ignore those warning signs and have her escalate. And that's a big thing with keeping snakes. If you understand their body language, once you know that they're feeling a certain way, you can make adjustments. And, you know, if they're really, really nervous, obviously it's best to put them back. If it's like with her, it's not nerves, she just gets annoyed. So as long as I stop doing what's annoying her or just kind of change things up a little bit, then we're back to good. Trying to turn around so you can see some different views of her. You can see that real nice tail stripe. Obviously she's got a dorsal stripe pretty much all the way down, but that nice thick tail stripe, I love that in snakes. So if I can get that kind of tail stripe going and stuff, that's a project I'm almost always into. Striping is a really cool thing. Try to let her go around, but she's not gonna go the way I want her to, so we'll turn back this way and pull her back, maybe get a nice view here. Look at that. I mean, there's just so much to like going on in her side pattern. And, Borneos don't really show up well. Like, even her orange doesn't look very orange. And if you actually see her in person, she has like orange speckles and stuff going in there, and she's just wild looking. Really, really beautiful animal. Someday I'm going to have to invest some money in a decent camera that tries to pick some of this stuff up. But just incredible animals. Matt is a great, great human being. So even if he didn't have amazing animals, I would probably purchase from him just because of how great of a person he is. But his animals are second to none. Keith's kind of like the godfather of Borneos and did a lot of work. And there's a lot of other guys that did a lot of work and girls. But Matt right now, I think, is probably the pinnacle with Borneos as far as somebody who's put in the work, chased down some looks and directions, has a vision on what he wants to do and pursues it in the right manner. Not just from an ethics standpoint, but just, he has an eye. Certain people just have an eye. I don't feel that I have it to the level that somebody like he or Keith or Kara or some of these people have. Rob even sees a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily notice as much. Once he says it, I notice it. But, we all pick up different things. And those are people that I really look up to as far as their vision. But I always take into account what they see and what they say, but I still want to chase down my own looks and the things that I like so that, you get to a point where you see snakes that I'm producing that somebody else has, and you know where those snakes came from based on certain traits and looks and things that I'm going for. And like I said, I think Matt has really good vision on what he's looking for. His Ocelot stuff, especially the stuff he did Ocelot to Ghost, that clutch was wild looking and I really like them. I can tell now that she's starting to get a little more active and she's probably going to get a little swimmy soon. She's just kind of likes to be on the go and do her own thing. So while she is sweet, she's not, some of the snakes will just kind of sit in my lap and chill. You see a lot of them fall asleep. She's not that animal. She's likes to keep moving. So we're going to get her back in her enclosure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing her. If you have name suggestions, as always, I'll listen to them, say thank you, and probably not use them. I'm so picky with names, and I just can't settle. I want to try to get her eye in there one more time. I can get her to turn. You can see, I just think her eyes are so cool with that orange and everything she's got going on. You can see she's getting tenser and starting to move more. Just a wonderful, wonderful animal. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The comments, likes, and sharing the videos really, really helps the channel. So if you're enjoying the content, that's a great way to keep it coming. Is help those algorithms, help more people see it, and we can help more people learn how wonderful these animals are, how pretty they are, and you guys can say goodnight to her. I'm going to go put her back. We'll see you.